There are currently over 3,000 active stake pools helping to support the Cardano network. With that being said, it can be a little bit overwhelming to know which stake pool is right for you. In this lesson, we'll talk more about the various stake pool parameters and the best way to ensure you have a positive experience while staking your ADA. Let's first talk more about why are stake pools important. Stake pools may either be public or private on the Cardano network. A public stake pool is a Cardano network node with a public address that other users can delegate to and receive rewards. On the other hand, a private stake pool only delivers rewards to their owners. Stake pools are run by a reliable operator, an individual or a business with the knowledge and resources to run the node on a consistent basis. ADA holders can delegate to public stake pools if they wish to participate in the protocol and receive rewards, but do not wish to operate a Cardano network node. This can be beneficial for somebody who doesn't have the time or maybe doesn't have the technical proficiency to run the Cardano node themselves. The more stake that is delegated to a stake pool, the greater chance it has of being selected as a slot leader. Each time it is selected and produces a block that is accepted onto the blockchain, it is rewarded. And these rewards are shared between the stake pool operator and stake pool delegators. Let's dive a little bit deeper to see some of the different stake pool parameters. There are several parameters which affect stake pools and rewards earned by delegators. Those include K, A0, cost, margin, and desirability. Let's go ahead and start off with A0. The A0 protocol parameter defines the influence of the pledge on the pool rewards. While there's no required minimum pledge amount, pool operators can optionally pledge some or all of their stake to their pool to make their pool more attractive. This is also an effective measure against Sybil attack, making something like a 51% attack on Cardano very unlikely. The higher the amount of ADA pledge, the more rewards the pool will receive, which will attract more delegators. Next we have K. This parameter represents the desired number of stake pools. Saturation is a term used to indicate that a particular stake pool has more stake delegated to it than is ideal for the network. Once a pool reaches the point of saturation, it will offer diminishing rewards. Saturation, therefore, exists to preserve the interests of both ADA holders delegating their stake and stake pool operators, and to prevent any single pool from becoming too large. As it comes to costs, the stake pool operator can choose to charge a fee in exchange for being online to produce blocks. This is called the margin. Lastly, a minimum fixed fee is an additional charge that is paid by the protocol to the stake pool. The desirability of a pool is calculated by taking the pledged owner's stake, costs, and margin and combining them into an influence from saturation and pool performance. This number will be used to rank pools in popular wallets such as Daedalus, Yoroi, and indicates how desirable or attractive the pool is to potential delegators. As it comes to stake pool performance, luck is a term that is often used to indicate how many blocks the pool minted compared to the number which were expected. Cardano's protocol randomness, along with stake pool delegation, will determine the number of blocks during any given epoch. As the stake pool will mint a different number of blocks each epoch, we see the rewards calculated as an average percentage. Currently, delegation rewards are around about 3.5% for most reliable operations. Let's go ahead and take a look at a popular Cardano staking site to get a closer look of these stake pool parameters. So we're taking a look at the computer, and we've got our Eternal wallet pulled up with our Cardano 101 wallet. And in terms of being able to see the different options available for stake pools, this is also something that we had looked at previously when we went through the process of setting up the wallet. But just quickly going over it in this video, if we click on staking, we have the available pools which we can delegate to. Now, going back to reference some of those things that we talked about as it comes to stake pool parameters, we can see saturation, pledge, fees, the return on stake. So some of these things are going to be related to what we discussed. Now, pledge, meaning the stake pool operator's skin in the game, so to speak. So the amount of delegation that they have committed to their own stake pool. We've also got fees. So we've got the margin, which is the percentage, and then the fixed fee calculated in that parameter. Usually you'll see 0% as some of the higher return on stake pools. However, we have to keep in mind how sustainable is this operation. You know, if the pool is able to sustain itself with that minimum 340 ADA. And of course, this is an ecosystem and this is somewhat of a business model. So there is a form of competition as it comes to operating a stake pool in that sense as well. And then we also have the saturation point. We can see the amount of delegation, which is currently in this pool. The delegation will then affect how many blocks that the pool mints, the number of blocks, the more rewards, etc., etc. So there's quite a bit to look at when it comes to choosing any one of these particular pools. And as far as being able to choose one that's right for you, it really depends on what your interests are within the ecosystem. So if you're an ADA holder and if you want to delegate to somebody like myself, you'd be doing so in the sense that you'd like to support the creation of this content. You'd like to be a part of what we're building within the ecosystem. And the same goes for any other person if you were to choose to delegate to them. Maybe you delegate to Smogpool, who is incredible to the Cardano ecosystem. He was responsible for building pool.pm. Let's say you want to delegate to Berrypool. Operator is Alessandro Conrad, an incredible pioneer as it comes to the development of this entire NFT ecosystem that we have on Cardano. So there's a lot of different people that you can choose to delegate your ADA to. And a lot of it is just who can you reach out to, right? If you've got a question, if there's something that you wanted to learn about Cardano, maybe you needed to get some resources. So what we can do is just type in the name of any one of these stake pools that we would like to delegate to. In this case, we're taking a look at Kaizen Stakepool. And this is just to show you further using the adapools.org website. This is one of the most valuable websites when it comes to seeing these different stake pool parameters. Another great one is pooltool.io. Definitely be sure to check that out as well. But then we've also got listed here those other different things like saturation. We can see the amount of delegation currently in the pool, the declared pledge. This is my personal skin in the game. We've got the margin fee, the fixed fee. So there's just a cool layout here for seeing the different information related to a stake pool. And if we go to pools, let's say for instance, what we're looking at, as far as how these pools are ranked, it goes back to what we were talking about with the desirability. You can choose which parameter you want to rank these stake pools by. In this case, let's choose a pool with the top luck. 658% luck for a pool that doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of ADA and delegation, maybe hasn't even minted a whole lot of blocks. But because the pool has such a low amount of delegation and has minted a block before, maybe a couple, it does have a very high percentage in terms of luck. So that's how you can sort some of these parameters as well and determine which stake pool is right for you. In this case, let's say I wanted to go with a small stake pool. Maybe I wanted to support something that's just taking off the ground. These are very small stake pools, barely any ADA delegated. And we can choose to see, okay, which ones are going to be oversaturated. Something important to keep in mind as well is if the pool is above this saturation, there's actually diminishing rewards, as we were talking about earlier. So there is a disincentive mechanism in that sense as well, where you don't want to delegate to a pool that has too much saturation. And then fees, of course, we can sort by fees, like which one has the lowest cost. It's good to have a mix. You want to see a pool that's got good performance, that has consistent blocks production. As far as the fees, you're able to see that they do have relatively low costs, remaining competitive, and also providing some consistent rewards. So between all these different parameters, there's a lot to learn, but something I can recommend is that if you're the type of ADA holder who wants to set and forget, delegate your ADA and not have to worry about it, best thing to do is have somebody reliable who you can reach out to that you can expect to earn consistent rewards from. That's really what I would say as it comes to choosing a stake pool, but then again, it does depend on who you like to support, which community you want to be a part of, and a whole bunch of different things. Of course, as it comes to delegating to a stake pool, if you did have any further questions, please do consider reaching out to me personally. I try my best to make myself available on social media like Twitter, Telegram, Discord, even YouTube. If you have a comment, you want to leave a comment in the video, I'll do my best to respond. It's just a matter of reaching out to somebody who you feel comfortable with, and I'm always happy to help if you'd like to reach out for any questions. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Of course, as we talked about in this video, a great way to help support the creation of this content is to delegate to Kaizen Stakepools. Join us for our next episode of the Cardano 101 course, where we'll go over how to calculate staking rewards. I'll see you there.